Welcome, THL, and everybody out there besides THLers. Welcome to Sunday Showdown. Let me turn down the music here a little bit. My name's Saku, be your operator and co-caster tonight. And with me, I have the wildly experienced man of the hour, the man with the big ring in his caster photo, my Anadon. How you doing, man?
Oh, hello. Yeah, that's an Eagles Super Bowl ring. Never forget that. Hoping to bring another championship to Philly this year. We'll see tonight. If you're watching, I'm co-watching some games and Sixers. So, but right now we're focusing on the games, and we have a nice, fantastic legacy playoff game lined up. Deciding game actually potentially. We have two more matches there for that series. It's Do You Even Talk versus Standard THL Degenerates. We have the two seeds Geranium Battle versus Automated Button. Automated Button and fantastic season last season. Not as great this time around, but made it to the playoffs and trying to get that win. So far, the team up 9-6. So a win from Automated Button tonight in this series coming up. Could seal the deal for them to move on
Yep.
one more round of the playoffs. And the other match going on in the background, I believe at the same time, actually, is Corridon versus Canu.
Yep.
And so maybe we'll have some results for that in the middle. But I think if that one goes Canu's way, whatever we're
This will count.
spectating should still count. And if it goes the other way, it depends on the score, I believe. If it's a 3-2, what would that be? We'd be at 8 versus they get 4 points for the win, right?
Yep.
So
4 points for win.
8-13. So actually, that would be it. So a win on standard THL degenerate side would close it out.
Let's
So
just
we'll see.
call it STDs for short. Okay.
Okay.
We're okay
Okay.
for that.
Yeah, the STDs.
Tonk and STDs. We're good.
Yeah, trying to find the win here. So for this match, we have for Geranium Battle, Priest, Rogue, Shaman, and Warrior, and for Auto Button, Druid, Hunter, Priest, and Shaman. So a very kind of aggressive lineup plus
Yep.
Priest for Auto Button, and then a little bit more of the standard lineup with the Priest, Rogue, Warrior +1 for Geranium Battle there. And
Yep.
that +1 being Shaman can go sort of a couple different ways. We'll see what they go. Mostly the aggro or elemental versions or sort of a hybrid.
Mm-hmm.
And for the priest, usually menagerie or control, and then warrior usually rush. Although control does sometimes find a reason to be played.
That's right. Just ask nice Jewish owl. So
Yes. Oh yes. Oh, I've definitely casted some of Al's games, and there's definitely a lot of control warrior played there.
So we do have bans, as a matter of fact, and
Perfect.
I love them for it. Thank you guys. Double priest ban.
Oh, that's what we love to hear. At least one.
Yeah.
If we don't get the double, at least one. You don't have the mirror situation. But I think most of the community has agreed. Let's just avoid the priest matchups and play some other Hearthstone. So let's see what they bring. We've got now a shaman mirror,
Yep.
and that about is the only similarity left. We've got the warrior on one side and rogue, and on the other side the druid and hunter. Could go primordial, but most frequently is that spell token druid.
Yeah, so I'm just getting the players to go.
Yeah.
This is a conquest, so conquest format, which means if a player wins with that deck, that means they can't use it. They have to go on to their next available deck and then try and win from there.
Absolutely right. So we'll see. Any predictions on the first cues here? Warrior, rogue, shaman on one side, shaman, hunter, and druid on the other.
I'm going to say maybe a shaman mirror right off the hop.
Okay. I like that.
I could see them coming out like swing and try and get that first win to set the tone. Right.
Yeah.
So
I could definitely see that. For draining battle, I also could see a warrior coming out. That's I think the strongest deck remaining into that sort of aggressive lineup we're predicting from Auto Button. So I could see that coming through with the Rush Warrior. if maybe Auto Buttons playing some mind games, could bring like a Primordial Druid and play that into the Rush Warrior if that's what we're anticipating, and maybe sneak a win that way. But might be a little bit risky with the remaining decks.
Yep.
So we'll see.
So we're just waiting for some eyeballs to kick into full gear. So for our viewers, we're going to have Automated Button as the first to spectate for myself and my Enodon, which means it'll be at the bottom of the screen. And at the top of the screen is going to be Geranium Battle. So waiting for eyeballs.
Just waiting for those eyeballs.
So how did you spend your Father's Day today?
Oh, I got brunch with my siblings at one of my dad's favorite places.
Cool.
He's actually out of town, so we we did it in honor of Father's Day for him, without him.
Okay.
But yeah, that was
Peace
that
out,
was
Dad.
my Father's Day. He's out of town. He's got things to do. That was his choice. But we tried to at least, tell him that we were thinking about him.
That's good. So the players are in.
Oh, let's do it.
And we're set. So we got Automated Button with a Shaman, and to your call, Warriors popping out for Geranium.
Look at that. So we both got it right.
We got halvesies.
Yep. Some regard. We got halvesies. Yeah.
I'm not sure what's faster. Is it Rush or I think Shaman's faster deck?
Oh yeah, the Shaman's generally the faster deck. This looks to be an elemental version, so not a straight aggro.
Yep.
We'll have to wait and see if we see the Doom Hammers. You can sort of call it aggro elemental, and if you don't, and you see sort of the whack-a-null hammers, it tends to be what you call elemental shaman, which is a little bit more tempo-y. So we'll see. This
excuse me
does seem to be the elemental version, but we still got some
cards to determine.
Cards to determine indeed.
No brainer, Wailing Vapor. Although,
yeah. Interesting. Cult Neophyte in the warrior here. So this is a Rush warrior, but putting the Cult Neophytes in over some other options, maybe trying to think what could have been cut. So maybe Crab Rider, maybe War Maul, I think, has been cut a lot recently. Option for a second Rokara here with one in hand, not terrible. I mean, you like buffing your stuff. It's always fun. Lily Pad Lurker does make me lean towards the elemental version here, the more tempo-y version. And I think we also saw the Rumbling Elemental, or whatever that one's called, which I believe also is generally more in the less aggressive version. But you can see sort of hybrid lists around.
Yep. Okay, we are currently live.
So first Rokara coming down here will be answered with this Serpent Shrine portal. And what's in the box? A Saddle Master. I don't think there's very much B synergy, if any. But a 3/4, not a bad result.
Nope.
Spider Tank for those of you who played back in the day. Or played Wild, I guess. I don't know if people are playing Spider Tank in Wild, but might be more familiar with it. Not any great options here to clear. It looks like leaning towards the Sword Eater does not quite clear, but sets up a decent trade. And with this kind of hand, maybe you're looking to just corrupt the stage dive, get another Rokara down, maybe next turn.
So the elemental, I guess, chain was broken there back in.
Yeah.
So it makes it difficult. That's typically what you want in your hand is the Stormer. But with no follow-up on turn 2, made it hard.
Yeah, this does, you don't get the Rush Wind Fury, which would have been very nice here. Clear this off and get the Wind Fury on that Arid Stormer. But, you have the Lilipad Lurker waiting in the winds, which is now set up. Probably going to see that next turn to just answer whatever is played here. And
that
we'll
is a good one.
Tent Thrasher come down.
Yep. That's a good one to turn into an 0-1
Ribbit.
frog. Yep.
Yeah, and that does mean that if this is a list running N'Zoth, although with the more early curve, the Cult Neophytes, I tend to lean that it probably isn't. Also, there's a Crab Rider, so yeah, I think it's probably more of a classic rush list. People have kind of shifted back towards that a little bit, and then running that Cult Neophyte in there. So I don't think we're going to see N'Zoth. So not as powerful deactivating a dragon, but still, quite good removing that 5/3 rusher.
Yeah. It'd just be big damage coming down you don't need to take, so.
Yeah, now we're going to see the double trade. Does keep the Runthak alive at 1. So starting to struggle to deal with this board here for an auto button.
That one.
Dunk Tank, yeah, good answer, but not corrupted yet to do the 2 AoE that you're really looking for.
2 lightning bolts. Oh, Gyro Worm to come into play.
Yeah, Gyro Worm, great. Yeah, Gyro Worm able to remove the Runthak, negating any more fancy buffing.
Speaking of buffing, good lord.
Yeah, well, still got some. I'd like to see that stage dive if we're leaning towards the conditioning here. It's not a bad setup. I mean, you're 2 turns away from Troublemaker, so you just kind of need some things to do for the next 2 turns before you drop that. So getting that stage dive into a conditioning into maybe Rokara here, not a bad option. Alternatively, we'll see what we get off the stage dive. Still maybe considering the options, counting the mana, maybe something more appealing here.
The Neophyte wouldn't be a good drop on this turn because you're floating 1 mana. But it all depends on what the rush minion they get, I guess. See what happens.
Yeah, that's a good result. If you're dealing with some wide boards, this could clear off this board right now.
Ooh.
Although just Rokara Crab Rider does a good job and threatens the most here. So that is what we're going to see. And if this Dunk Tank was corrupted, it would have been a fantastic answer, but not corrupted just yet. So we're going to have to find another alternative. Does have the lightning bolts to at least remove the Crab Rider.
There we go. Get rid of.
And along with the Tidal Surge, can remove the 2 most threatening minions here.
There. Give a minion Wind Fury. That'd be nice and kind for automated button, but opting for the Chain Lightning, which...
Yeah, could remove 2 minions here in a couple turns. Although, as we're seeing, the minions are getting bigger and bigger, so the Chain Lightning not going to quite deal with a full minion, but does help. Slowly. We really are in need of a 5 or more cost card here to corrupt this Dunk Tank and clear off a big board.
we're almost at Alex Straza coming down, so that'll be the corrupting. if you don't see a Lily Pad Lurker, or that's the only thing that possibly have in their deck maybe left that's big, but we'll see.
Yeah, so this does look like, yep, it's going to conditioning Naralex into the Neophyte. Just set up the biggest board. Naralex kind of somewhere in between. You'll get him in a couple turns. But does give you a dream in this case.
Wow. Okay.
So nothing too impressive just yet. Looking maybe for Spell Power Totem, does not find it. Just gonna build the widest board possible here. And now an option could use the Samuro to clear this off, or just drop that big Troublemaker. I mean, hard to pass up a 9/11 Troublemaker coming down, summoning those 2 3/3s. Could clear up a lot of this board as well. Gonna remove the most threatening minion there.
Maybe those 3/3s take care of what's left on the board.
Yep.
There's one.
There's one.
There's
two.
The magic.
Yeah, and now in desperate need of an answer. Dunk Tank still not corrupted. Alex not able to deal with the buff Troublemaker. Yeah, I mean, 1 turn away from this Chain Lightning dealing damage to 3 minions. which could be pretty nice the way the board is looking. But
Mm-hmm.
again, don't want to wait. So going to have to survive one more turn. Might have to use this Alex so the Dunk Tank and the Chain Lightning can go off next turn. The question is, where does this damage go? Do you set up the Troublemaker here or face? So we're going face. This is all going face. We're looking to maybe send everything to the dome next turn. We've got
Yep.
the Dunk Tank, we've got the Lightning Bolt, and that's only 7, but we could find some more damage from hand here. Or maybe this Alex isn't dealt with and the Chain Lightning can get through this Frog. But is this lethal on the other side with the Nightmare? I didn't
Nope.
actually do the counting, no. So,
Oh, well, yeah.
but yeah, it
Sorry,
is
with
with the
X.
Alex and the Nightmare. Yeah, so that would have been plenty of damage, and that is game 1 going to the Warrior. Not too surprising. I think
Nope.
always gonna get through there somewhere in this lineup. The Warrior just into those aggro decks. Pretty powerful. So now with that out of the way, what are you expecting here? Do you think Auto Button runs that Shaman once again?
I think so. I don't see the reason why not. So, and we got Shaman into Rogue.
All right, so looks like a Geranium battle just wants to take down this Shaman, finish it off with a Mirror if necessary, but starting off with the Rogue. This is exactly the curve you're looking for.
Mm-hmm.
For Auto Button, you've got the Wailing Vapor into the cage match. A little awkward to draw that Whack-A-Null Hammer, but not too bad. Still have the other one to draw off of this Custodian.
Yep.
On the other side, double Secret Passage, not what you want to see to start things off, but could give you some options in the future. Brain Freeze available, but awkward to combo at this turn. I mean, you could coin Foxy into the Brain Freeze, but that feels pretty bad.
So we got a 2/3 going to face. Another, the Whack-A-Null brother comes out.
Yeah, now you might just have to throw that Foxy Fraud down. Nope, gonna just use the Octobot, saying you don't have an easy clear for this, so I'm gonna get the discount one way or another.
Yep.
Looks like we're leaning towards that Kindling Elemental, and actually with this play can negate the discount there. And yeah, a good play there by Auto Button to recognize, able to play the Kindling into the Gyre Worm going face and get that 4 damage.
Here comes a freeze on that 4/2 to kill it.
Wow, what a hand for Geranium here.
Yeah.
The double Wicked Stab, double Secret Passage, and an efficient Octobot. Not ideal. Auto Button just going with the Smork route. This is what you normally see this this deck doing, is really using that Whack-A-Null Hammer to not only push with the attack, but also the buffs to constantly kind of get good trades, good value. And now looks like we might go for a coin. What was the last thing that we played last turn? The Whack-A-Null. So maybe we are going to try to get a Whack-A-Null Hammer here on the other side. And yeah, that is the case. Getting awfully low there for the Rogue. Gonna be a tough uphill climb here.
Eight health left. Doesn't make you feel good as a rogue when all you got is spin, and
yeah, Rogue not particularly good at answering these kind of mid-level boards that are being put out here by the Shaman. And
pretty ugly.
Yeah, there you go. So the Shaman does get through, and we are now 1-1 here. Shaman remaining still for Geranium, and that Rogue we just saw looks to be a Miracle Rogue, which is not surprising at all. So I think I would like to see the Hunter come out here from Auto Button.
That's what you see. Your request, you get, buddy.
Oh, there we go. And then the Shaman to answer it, or to try to answer it. We'll see if it can keep up with the massive smork of the hunter.
Yeah, Hunter's. Corden, we're talking about this on Friday, how fast Hunter goes right now. So.
Yeah, if there is a deck that can do it, though, potentially the Shaman can sort of match it. It's really just about who gets their smork down first.
Yep.
And then the Shaman does, can win that board, and if it does, it does start to push that damage pretty quickly. Mancrick kept here along with the Adorable Infestation. For auto button, no. Oh, and there is a 1-drop to play. I was going to say nothing to do on turn 1, which is a little awkward. But there you go. No need to worry there.
Adorable Infestation to follow up if you need,
Hmm.
if you want to. And coining out a Nimbus seems bad. Yep. Okay.
Yeah, there we go. And just gonna keep on pushing that damage. So Hunter on the board here first.
Yep.
Playing the aggressor. There are some decent options on the other side, but gonna have to wait for them. Can just drop this Menacing Nimbus this turn. Would then have the Arid Stormer next turn to follow up, which would be able to deal with a good amount of this board. Baron Geddon, a potential
doing
answer later. A little too slow for the current board state, though.
Yes. So you 2/2 take out the 2/2, or you leave it up and you just go visit.
I think you just go
draw.
face.
Yeah.
What you're scared of here, I think, is coin Earth Revenant. Really, is the only thing that you're really worried about. I mean, the Stormer is nice, but it doesn't deal with your board quite as much. So I think, yeah, it's just going to be a couple of trades and.
Wounded Prey is going to take care of businesses too.
Yeah, double Wound Prey can be used here, or yeah, then you're not dropping the Felmaw or your hero powering. It's an interesting choice, but I think the Wound Preys are just too good to pass up. And it looks like we're going to trade the 1/1s rather than use the second Wound Prey to maintain a 1/1. I'm surprised by that, but maybe in anticipation of a Earth Revenant saying, they're going to die anyway, so let's get the trade-off. There is no Earth Revenant on the other side, but maybe that was the thought process there for
Plan.
Auto Button.
A little bit of funky decision here for Geranium.
Yeah, it does have the Stormer once again. Can only really clear up one thing here.
Yep.
I mean, can use that with the coin cage match, or can cage match coin the Whack-A-Null and clear off the 1/1? Could also play the cage match coin the Stormer.
Whack-A-Null coming
Looks like
out.
it's going to be, that Whack-A-Null. This does set up a 3/3, which is still kind of a value trade. But if it is not dealt with, that does mean it can value trade the other way. So I would be surprised not to see the trade in this case.
Hungry, aren't ya?
Definitely trampling Rhino.
Ooh, it's interesting. Volpertinger lets you play something now, but the Rhino is pushing the damage you really want to be pushing. And Autobutton's saying, you know what, I don't care. I don't care if it can trade. I'm pushing every damage I can. They make the trades. And there's definitely a good argument for that in this case.
Next turn, if it's a low mana, that's 7 damage. Will peel off a minion real quick.
Earth Revenant here can deal with both of these nicely. So that is going to be the play.
Now, do we see Face Maw or Trade Maw?
Oh, that's a big question. Trade Maw, actually, the result you're looking for here, if your auto button sets up even more damage through this Rhino.
Yep.
And we have the quick shot next turn along with the hero power to finish things off. So I believe that should be game 3 to auto button. There is nothing in the Shaman deck that I know of that can heal enough. Serpent Shrine, is there a minion you can get? That is not going to be it.
Yeah, gotta respect the board because it's gonna kill you anyway. So
yeah,
And
that is it.
Hero power.
The Hunter takes the third game, and only the Druid remaining for auto button here. Shaman and Rogue on the other side for Geranium.
Yep.
It is coming down to this. This could be the final game here of the series, because a win by auto button would secure the week for STD, and they would move on to, I believe, the next round is the semifinals, right?
Correct. Yeah.
So yeah, that would be a big win.
Playoffs are getting through hot and heavy, man.
Oh yeah.
All right. Back into this match. Hopefully you've had a big glass of water, because we going quickly.
We are going speedy, zoom. And yeah, it is going to be that spell token druid and the shaman on the other side. So going to be a pretty close one. I think, if the spell druid gets going, the shaman does struggle. But this shaman in particular does have some decent answers to those boards.
Yep.
We saw the dunk tank, obviously, if you get that corrupted, can deal with the board very nicely.
Yep.
Earth Revenant only deals the one, but can deal with kind of the 1/1 boards as well. And the Arid Stormer, obviously a good answer to a couple 2/2s. Yeah, so now just taking it slow, as Druid generally does early in the game. You have several sort of build tools, and beyond that, you're not doing too much unless you kind of high roll that early game. But even then, with the Gibberlings, sometimes you are holding off so you can build a safe board when you know what your opponent's playing. So if you expect an Arid, not Arid Stormer, what's that? The Earth Revenant, waiting till you have a buffer of some kind before going off with the Gibberlings. All right, I mean, this could be a very early Glowfly.
Huge. What, on turn?
I don't know if you do it next turn, but you can see it on turn 4. It would require 2 of the spells next turn, which would give you 1, 2, 3, 4 instead of a full. Well, I guess 5 depending on what we draw.
Yep.
So it's actually not bad. I mean, you could see it come down this early. Ooh, interesting. I mean, that could set up the Glowfly without having to use anything next turn. Landscaping. Wow. Could get you on the board this turn, and you can still do a coin Glowfly next turn. Gonna go for the resizing pouch though. Saying I'm all in on these Glowflies. We have it turn after turn. I could do it next turn, then I could do it turn 5 if there's a chance to clear my board.
Yep.
And that's just good enough.
And if you're Geranium, kind of scared with the Druid's hand being this big and very little cards played. So
yeah, gonna have to be thinking about the potential for a Glowfly next turn.
Yeah.
Not any answer right now. I mean, we have the Earth Revenant, but need 2 of those to deal enough damage. And then the Dunk Tank, not corrupted yet. No way to corrupt it in the hand. So gonna have to maybe try to pull for something off of this Dungeoneer. I wonder. And just get something on the board. Get another 2/3 on the board to trade.
Yep. No.
The Dungeoneer could give you another minion to get on the board as well. One of those 1-cost Kindling Elementals, maybe, or the other one, the growing one.
Nature waits for no one but me.
Okay.
So it does find a nature spell and finds the Avid Stormer. Gonna use a lightning bolt just to utilize mana and start pushing the damage, because this is a race.
Yep.
Definitely a race. Here comes that Glowfly Swarm.
Do you do Soul of the Forest at all? Nope. Hold.
Yeah, not enough mana to get the soul out this turn.
I was just thinking of the... Oh yeah, I guess the solar eclipse wouldn't kick in. Yeah, that's fine. Miscounted. Sorry.
Oh, that's good. So gonna actually use the Earth Revenant just to set up a little bit of a taunt wall.
Yep.
And then get some value trades. Another Revenant off the top would be able to clear these if the trades don't happen, but we know the trades are going to happen, and another Glowfly is just going to come down next turn.
Yep.
So yeah, Geranium Battle deciding is if it's worth the trade and saying, you know what, if they have the big buff, if they have the Glowfly or the Arbor up, then I can't leave anything up, and that is going to be just a holding off here. Celestial Alignment, Overgrowth, Geranium, or Germination. Not too appealing, any of these really. So gonna go for the alignment. Maybe something weird happens later. Probably not gonna see it played though, this game, if I had to guess. All right, so Arid Stormer available. Still no way to corrupt this Dunk Tank. I mean, could play the Fire Ellie, but you're setting yourself up to potentially die. We see that there is no Arbor up or board buff of any kind in the hand. So not too dangerous. Looks like maybe looking for Lightning Storm or something like that. Discover a spell that costs 1 or more. Could find you an answer to this board. And if you don't find one, you can still clear off 3 of these with the Stormer and the Primal Dungeoneer.
I wonder.
But looking, I guess, to clear off 1 more minion. There's a watch post. Haven't seen much of those since the nerfs, and could actually be decent here. Might be a target you have. I mean, not that the Druid really plays minions. We only have really the Gibberling, so probably the worst of the watch posts. For a second I thought it was the 2-cost one, which would have been pretty annoying and had to be dealt with. But this one, beyond the Gibberling, there's really nothing too scary. Although the Gibberling is maybe the play we were thinking here to set up a big soul. So maybe double trade. A little awkward. I don't know if you even worry about one. It's not. I don't think it's when you summon. It's when you play, right? So you get just 1 2/2 is not the end of the world. I might have. I think we have to count how many Gibberlings you can get here. It looks like we're going for the full trade though, so I think it's going to be a big Gibberling turn. That does seem to be the case. And my question is, are we going double Pride's Fury, or are we going Soul of the Forest?
I think. Yeah, go ahead. I was thinking Pride's Fury is my guess.
Yeah.
Because they can't deal with a thick board right away.
Yeah, I like it. I think you're absolutely right, and that's the way I would have leaned. And yeah, that's a big board of 3/7s. And we saw how difficult it was for Geranium Battle to clear off a board of 2/2s. 3/7s are going to be even harder. And now just going to search for an answer. Landslide would have been an interesting one earlier.
But because of the big-ended Gibberlings.
Yeah, gonna just have to clear off 1 with a torrent. Maybe you find another torrent. You can just cycle them.
Yeah.
Molten Blast.
That'll get rid of the Gibberling. Another Landslide, maybe? Do they get mana for it? Can't tell.
Not this turn, but set up for next turn if you're still alive. Power of the Wild coming into hand. Only 12 damage on the board right now.
Yep.
So maybe going to search for more here with this Fungal Fortunes. Yep, and finding another Fortunes. Thorn Growth Sentries. Good pickup there. Gonna go for the Soul of the Forest this time around and get the trade. Just maintaining the strongest board possible.
Yep. Ghost 9 to face. Keep chipping away. Shaman boards don't get big super quick.
No, and still no answer. I mean, we have the second landslide there. Yeah. We have still a Dunk Tank uncorrupted, so not quite as powerful. Fire Ellie could corrupt it, but probably not enough tempo.
Yep.
So what is your answer? It looks like we're going for a Menacing Nimbus just to draw nothing. We've both Whack-A-Null Hammers in hand. Not sure about oh, sorry, I thought that was the other one, the
Yeah,
cage match custodian. They look the same. The card looks the same. But we did end up getting a lily pad lurker. Here is the fire Ellie. Does corrupt the
Ooh,
dunk tank to
this
set that up.
looks bad. So
Wait, how much damage do we have? If we solar eclipse, power the wild, we had 11. We'd get another 1, 2, 3, 4, another 8. So that would have been just lethal. So no need to actually thorn guard turtle due to the thorn growth sentries, but a little finesse there, and that is the win for Auto Button and the series, and that means that STD moves on over Tonk. I didn't even realize it's Justin versus Button's teams who were together, I believe, on the winning team last season. So competing, both players got the win they needed for their team, but the rest of the team for Tonk unable to secure the win for them, while STD able to get the win through their 3 and 5 seed as well as Button there. So congratulations to that team moving on.
Yep. Now got to bump chord and to see what their results were.
Yeah. I don't know that it affects the outcome, but would be interesting to know how that one went down. And it looks like we actually have results for almost all of the Legacy series here, so I might as well talk about it. Defies Brotherhood, massive win over Fish, 16-3. A very commanding victory there. Hockey Boys didn't even to play against Zancat in that series. In the Tonk, it looks like, we do have a result. So Corridon had secured the win earlier with the 3-1.
Nice. So
victory. So 2 3-1 victories to finish the week for STD.
And speaking of STDs, there's Automated Button. How are you, man?
Wow.
Hey, I'm doing all right.
That's good.
Congratulations. Big win there. Turns out it I guess didn't matter because Corridon already secured it for your team, but still a nice way to finish things off. Going with that aggressive lineup plus Priest, get the Priest out, band out, and then just smork. And I like it. Worked out quite nicely here.
It's the type of player I am. It's you win the game by reducing their health to 0, so just get it done simply and get out of here, right?
Is that how the game goes? It usually goes against
weird.
In my experience, yes.
Yeah. It always goes against me the other way. So I'm doing something wrong. So.
No, that's a shame.
Yeah.
How was it to play against your former teammates' team there in Justin? I know you two able to secure a big win last season. This time having to take down his team in the quarterfinals.
It was kind of weird. It was honestly a little disappointing, if I'm being honest. Not anything to do with Justin, but because I had lost the week before, which meant I had dropped out of the 1 seed. I would have loved to have really mind game Justin directly. But no, it's really nice just get one over on the teammate.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
So well played there. Was it sort of what you expected out of Geranium Battle? The standard sort of Miracle Rogue, Elemental Shaman, Rush Warrior kind of thing.
Yeah, when you look at the classes, really, he just brought 4 good decks, and there's not really much you can do to, at least in my experience, to really just counter that other than just play decks you're comfortable on. And I'd like to think I brought 4 good decks as well, and then I got some really nasty draws. I think I had a top deck lethal in there, and then my Druid draw was just insane.
Yeah.
So it was one of those. I felt a little bad on that last game, but I tried to play around. I tried to play around what I thought he would have, like the landslide. I figured since I was showing Hunter, Shaman, and I was showing Hunter and Shaman, right, just ridiculously aggressive classes. I figured he'd have the landslide, so I tried to play around that sort of as best I could.
Actually only discovered them. I don't believe there was one in the deck, but was
able
to find several of them via chains and different discoveries.
Yeah. Worked, got there. But yeah, it was nice to just come in the clutch. So it was a fun game. So thank you, Max, for all that. And I don't know. I think I just happened to get the draws, and I think I played okay. Got the win.
Awesome. Well, congratulations there. Do you know? I don't know how the bracket looks, but who would you be playing in the next round? Are you looking forward to one of these teams?
I looked it up earlier today as well. I think we're up against whoever has the pirate logo. The one who just stomps their opposition. I
Oh,
really
Defiance
should know.
Brotherhood.
Yeah, that's the
it's-
one.
So defeated
Yeah.
Alright.
Fish.
Yeah.
So
Sorry.
yeah, so
So-
that would be a tough matchup
That'll be
for
tough, especially because I think with the win, I'm sliding back up to the 1.
Oh, really? Yeah, I
So-
guess you would. You'd be playing Wild 9 there.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I've the man's reputation has preceded him, so we'll see how it goes.
Awesome. Well, I wish you the best of luck. Any other follow-up or final questions here, Saku, for Button?
No, other
No.
than Corden beat you to the punch, obviously. And he probably
Yeah.
didn't know about that until after. But
Actually, yeah, that was the first thing I did once the set was over. I just looked and saw Corden 1-4, and I'm like, yeah.
I'll just throw it from here. We're good. Yeah. No.
Yeah. Well, it was funny. I was talking to him because originally the match was supposed to start at 8:30. So I'm like, all right, well, if you sweep, just let me know. I've got the meme decks hot swap ready. Like, let's go.
Oh, that would have been fun. That would have been fun.
Yeah.
This was still fun, obviously. It was
Yeah.
a nice matchup.
Yep.
All right,
definitely
whip
good
out the
play.
Leo Roxo TK Hunter.
There you go.
Ooh.
Yeah.
There you go. So.
Yeah.
Anything-
Anyway.
anything else for your teammates before we let you go? Thanks for
Thanks
the
for the
win.
carry all season. I don't know.
Yeah, three and it's 4-5 record right now.
Just gotta win a couple
yeah.
more weeks. That's it.
That's it.
Forget
Yeah.
about what happened in the season.
Look,
You're
if I
in
just
the
finish the season
playoffs.
above 500, then I'll be happy, right?
Yeah, forget the season. Just think about it's just playoffs. If you win, you win. Doesn't matter, right?
Yep.
Yeah, that's true.
Yep.
That's true.
No hard thinking after
Well,
that.
best of
so.
luck.
Yeah,
Best of
thank you,
luck
thank you.
in the next round.
Mhm.
And well played there by Tonk. I'm sure we'll see
Yeah.
you guys next season.
All right.
Thanks again, Button. Have a great night.
Yep.
Take care.
Wow. Okay.
Whew. There you go.
You want speedy fast games? We had speedy fast games on Friday. We had 3 of them within 2 hours. So that was
Wow.
that was pretty speedy go fast.
Yeah, I mean,
just like
we
tonight.
had
So
priest bands. Good
Yep.
start for the speedy go fast. We had the auto button aggro decks for the speedy go fast, and we had a couple of players who knew what they wanted to do, played it out, and we got to see some good Hearthstone in some quick speeds.
which we as casters respect that. So unless we're behind, or actually ahead, way too far ahead. But anyway, all works out in the wash. So, any final words for our 16 viewers there tonight, other than Don Day giving me crap that I didn't have my top hand deck for Geranium at the beginning of the stream. So,
Oh, that's a shame. That's really
I'm
embarrassing.
kind of new here, so
Yeah. My last thoughts, I guess, to everyone out there in Twitch land would be, or YouTube, I guess, if you're watching this after, would be go Sixers. That's it.
go Sixers. Okay,
Go Sixers. Let's do it. Sixers and 7. It's happening tonight. It's happening right now. Go watch that after this.
Yeah.
It's a great game going on right now. 3:50 left in the third.
there you
Go
go.
enjoy it.
All right, everybody.
Take
behalf
care,
of
everybody.
Anadon and myself, take care, be safe out there, and we will see you, I think, Monday or Tuesday with the show. So stay tuned.
Exciting. Goodbye.